Okay, hello there, Year 6, it's Miss Airy again for the second spelling lesson of the week. So it's Wednesday the 13th of January and we are still exploring morphology, looking at root words using prefixes and suffixes. And if you remember, on Monday we were looking at the root word, the Latin root word, quest, and we were exploring prefixes and suffixes that go with it. Now in your Word document that we have sent you, you've still got the spelling matrix, and your first task is there with a second task on the second page. So it won't take me too long today to go through what I'd like you to do, but I will talk to you about how to set it out today. So task 1, you are now the teacher. So, oh no, someone has used the spelling matrix, but some of the words they have created are not real words. For example, perhaps let's say Mr. Gunner has used the spelling matrix and he hasn't done it correctly. Okay, so the words you've got here are unquestionable, inquestioned, conquested, requests, requestion, conquesting, inquesting, questioning, requestable, quested, questable, and unquestion. Now, even just hearing those words out loud, I would imagine that you already have a good idea of what the correct words are, but some of them can be a bit complicated and you might need to double check in an online dictionary or a book copy of a dictionary just to double check you're happy if it's a correct or incorrect word. What I suggest you do is, on a piece of paper, I would make a heading of correctly spelt and incorrectly spelt, and then underneath I would just ask you to list the ones that are correct and list the ones that are incorrect. So that's your first task. That shouldn't take you too long, but as I said, you will probably want to double check in a dictionary to see if you're correct with your thinking. And then your second task, if I go back to your page, has been to ask you to take 5 words that you know are correctly spelt, and you might want to go back to the table that you made on Monday, and using the root word quest, can you correctly spell your 5 words? This is a bit of a practice task with your spelling. Can you put them in a crosswords diagram? And if I sort of make that with you, it's very hard to do because I'm not writing on the board at the moment, but I have pre-typed some. So I might start with the word question. First of all, double checking I've spelt it correctly. Please do go back to the matrix to make sure you're happy with your spelling. I might then have a crossover, so I'm going to use this U here. It's going to be quite a lot of U's because of the root word quest, and I'm going to have here unquestionable. So I know that's a word, double checking my spelling. Be careful not to put a double N. I know some people sometimes do when they're in a rush and they're not thinking. Okay, so unquestionable. Then I think I'm going to use this O and I'm going to put in conquest. So there is the word conquest. And then I'm going to be a bit clever and I'm going to join that N and that T with the word. So I'm going to put in the word inquest. And finally, because it doesn't all have to link up, I'm just going to use this E here, and I'm going to put in the word questioning. So there we go, I've got my 5 correctly spelt words and I'm putting them in there. So that's your final and last task to do today. So just on a piece of plain paper or squared if you have it or if it helps, but it doesn't have to be. See how you go. I know some people like to challenge themselves and try it with more than 5 words, and if you wish to, you most certainly can, and we look forward to seeing what you send us. So good luck, Year 6, and that's it from me.